Hey, what's going on, fight fans? We are back with the Aries Fight Series Zero Hour, another fighter feature. And today, I'm joined by my man Jeff Hobbs and, of course, Kraig Fritch in the house. Jeff, we've got Kraig getting ready to go for the first ever Aries 155 amateur title. It goes down this next Saturday, a week from today, actually, at the Camp Jordan Arena for Aries 6. Jeff, we got Kraig taking on Justin Jamar. We're going to talk to Justin Jamar a little bit later. That's going to be a banger.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm excited about this one. Devil Dog is in the house. He's wore uniforms in the past with a lot of medals on it, so he's trying to add a medal to his new uniform, that Aries medal. So I'm excited, man. I don't know Kraig personally, but man, I've always got a soft spot, for the Corps and the Marines, man. So my past with Dustin West, former Marine, and it was just the funnest time in the world managing him as a fighter. When they put on that red and green. So excited to watch this fight.
Kraig, how's it going, my man? It is 1 week away from fight week. You're about to start the fun part, the weight cut. How you feeling?
I feel great. The weight cut's the easy part for me because I know that everybody else is having a hard time with it, and I'm just enjoying life.
Hey, I love it. I love the attitude, man. You got Justin Jamar in front of you. This will be your first title fight that you've had yet in your career, and this is going to be a good one. Obviously, you're coming into this one on a 3-fight winning streak. Jamar 6-1. Between you guys, I think I counted. There's 7 knockout finishes between you guys. So you guys are both finishers. Let's talk a little bit about this matchup, man. What can we expect out of you and Justin Jamar next Saturday?
Man, like he said when we did that face-off, it's going to be a finish. We are stand-up guys. We like to throw hands. We like to throw feet. We don't. We're swinging for that belt, man. I've always respected his stand-up. There's no better person for me to beat, to win the belt, than to have an absolute challenge. Nobody cares about winning a belt from a walkthrough fight. That ain't no fun. You didn't earn it. You didn't deserve it. I'll give Justin that. I'm going to take that belt, but I'm going to earn it, and I'm going to deserve it after this fight.
Hey, yeah, I love that approach to it, man. You're training there at Agogi with a bunch of killers. A lot of guys on this card, like 10 guys on this card. What's the vibe like in the gym with so many guys getting ready for that same date, that same end goal, if you will?
Absolute violence. Man, this is just violent facility. When it comes time fight week, everybody's mentality changes. I mean, obviously with the mutual respect around each other, but that is just a violent room to be in. And you understand that it's a good feeling to be a part of and not on the outside of. I'll put it that way.
Jeff, what you got for our guy, Kraig?
Well, Kraig, we know, like you said, Justin Jamar, obviously admirable, a fighter, a contender for this belt. But, one thing, if you've watched Justin's fights, there always seems to be kind of an air of controversy somehow in a lot of his fights because he is a very unorthodox. Now, let me preface when I say controversy, not because anything's gone wrong, but because of his unorthodox style, he's throwing everything, these hidden kicks and punches, and it's like, was that a groin shot? Was that whatever, a poke in the eye? Because he's so unorthodox. Have you had to adjust your training any for that unorthodox style?
I consider myself to be a decently unorthodox fighter as well. The way I throw my hands, the way my movement is, my footwork. Now, would I say it's as unorthodox as his? No. But I would say that my style, it covers everything it needs to cover. I think, with his style being so different and the amount of different people, he goes from southpaw, fights regular. I mean, my training has stayed the same. I'm always training with the southpaw guy, so he switches it up. It's all good. I have that covered. I have that training covered. He wants to fight regular. Like, I got guys that I train with daily that fight regular. So I mean, I think I have it all covered. Let's see if he has anything that can really surprise me.
Yeah, we know he loves the spinny shit. He loves the flying, everything, flying knees, flying kicks.
Flash,
You love, you
I
love
like
it.
I like it. I admire it, but I think we both got surprises for each other in our back
Right.
pocket.
Well, I touched on it, kind of in the intro there, man. In my opinion, you look at people's backgrounds, and a lot of fighters have different sports backgrounds, different athletic backgrounds. But man, being a former military guy, um, tell us how that background and that lifestyle. To me, I hear fighters that again, former Army guys and Marines and things like that say, that was the hardest shit I've ever been through, and how that helps them now, just with that, not necessarily, maybe not the fight, but the training mentality, that push mentality of getting through a camp. How does your time in the military, how has that helped, you in this career?
My time in the military, man, I had more fun than I've ever had doing anything else in the world. The mentality of it, get used to things sucking and then enjoy it.
The suck.
Everything that sucks, you just have to
Yeah.
learn to enjoy. I mean, we were out in the middle of Afghanistan on our first deployment. This was like 8 months into me joining the Marine Corps. 8 months in, I'm 19 years old out in the middle of Afghanistan. We're fighting each other. We're wrestling. We're bored. We got to find something to do. How can we make this suck even more and enjoy it? We're having wrestling matches. We got, McMap instructor. That's one of our staff sergeants. One of our corporals is a McMap instructor. Not that McMap means anything, because honestly, come on, that ain't shit. But McMap, I mean, he's instructing us, having us, beat each other up. We're having wrestling matches. We're just for fun, So we brought boxing gloves to Afghanistan. We got to find something to do. And
Right.
you haven't showered in 6 months, and another dude on top of you sweating, and you might have just gone on a 12-hour patrol. Some shit might have gone down that day, and you're over there beating up your brother because it's fun, because it sucks, because it's enjoyable, and you've learned to love it. So this training's fun. It's
Well,
anything that you can get used to it being miserable. It's gonna make you better when you get good at it. When it's not miserable anymore, you're finally good at it.
Well, before I hand this back over to Tim, I'll tell you we're both big supporters of not only first responders but obviously our military. We've got one fighter on the card that got with us to donate some tickets to the Boys and Girls Club. So I'll go ahead and tell you now on the air. You go find your local recruiter, and if me and Tim and I are going to give you a handful of tickets to go there. So if you got any guys on delayed entry, head on over to your local recruiter, and we'll get you a handful of vouchers or GA tickets that you can get over there and get to some of those guys, man. Let them know your fight and let them know your background. And want to hear a lot of barking and oorahs in the crowd. All right.
That's right.
So let's get back to the MMA stuff here, man. We've got obviously you're coming in here going for this title. Where are you at as far as the progression goes in the preparation for the turn to the pros at this point? Is that something you're looking to do in 2022? Are we still a little bit further off from that? What's kind of the short term game plan?
If I was fighting anybody else besides Justin, I would say that there's potential to drop down a weight class or keep fighting amateur. But with it being Justin, again, like I've known the guy for a while, and I have all the respect in the world for him. I'm not seeing anybody above him in that weight class worth trying to go after and then going pro. I mean, what's the point? I mean, if you beat the top dog, you beat the top dog. You're the top dog. You know what I mean? Am I going to sit there as an amateur and just title defend the whole time? Nah. If I stay at 55, yeah, I'll go pro after this. If I go 45, we'll see. We'll just go and take that title and then go pro. That's up
Sure.
to my coaches. My coaches call the shots on that.
Right. So obviously you fought 50. You fought as high as 70. You fought at 55 your last time out, of course, and you shredded absolutely. Just diesel out there. Looked good. I thought the most impressive thing, and I told you after the fight, was you were just very relaxed, and it seemed like you were flowing out there better than I've ever seen. The footwork was real nice, and just seemed like you're having a good time out there. It seemed like you were just very loose and not so tight. That was the main thing that stood out to me as far as the latest version of Kraig French. Very impressive. And they say, once you're able to get in there and kind of think through the chaos and make decisions in the midst of the crazy of the fight, that's when you kind of know that mentally that you're ready to make that next step to the pros.
Yeah. So I mean, it really depends on the fighter. It depends on who I'm fighting. Sometimes there's just so much chaos you can't control it, and it takes you a round or two to adapt. You gotta set it all at your pace. So I mean, I know Justin in the first 2 rounds, he's gonna be throwing at a crazy high pace. It's one of those things. I got 100 game plans in my head, but it's fighting. It's all chaos. Your game plan ain't shit. You get hit once, twice, you get a kick in the gut, and next thing you know, you're getting the crap kicked out of you for the first 2 rounds, and then third round, he's gassed.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know how it's gonna end, but weathering the storm and keeping this gas tank full. I mean, we'll see what happens if it goes to those later rounds, man. If I can stay calm, stay relaxed, stay defensive, still with my counter striking, which I know he's a very good counter striker. So I mean, we'll see if he's going to play hardcore offense or hardcore defense, and because he knows I can take it to the later rounds. He knows that I make it through the first few rounds. Those later rounds, my gas tank ain't going to go on E, not anytime soon.
Yeah, that's one thing with you. You're going to get good conditioning. Care to give us a prediction on this one?
Say that again?
I said, would you care to give us a prediction on this one?
Give you a prediction on this one. So, I mean, I'm not going to get into too much detail, but I'm thinking fourth round, he's gassed. I might be losing the first 3 rounds by points, but that third round, fourth round, what is it? It's title fights, 5
rounds. Yeah, 5
correct?
threes.
Right. Fourth round, he's gassed, and I pick him apart. That's it. I mean, and if I don't pick him apart in that fourth round, that fifth round, he's not going to survive that fifth round. So I think he's going to dump his gas tank in the first 2 rounds because he knows I can make it.
Hey, I tell you, man, if we get to a 4th or 5th round of this fight, I have no doubt that it is going to likely have been the fight of the night so far. So I'm stoked for it, man. I want to let you get some shout outs where they're due. Any friends, family, training partners, sponsor love you want to give, I'll let you have it.
So, I mean, big shout out to Luke. Luke's been there training with me every single day that I show up. As you know, Luke, I cornered him for his first fight. One of my Marine buddies. Funny thing is, we served in the brig together. That's where we met. Was in the brig.
That's awesome.
For fighting, yeah. So we, that's where we met.
It all
and
comes
that's
full
where
circle.
it all worked. And oh yeah, and now I mean, I got him training. I cornered him for his first fight, and we've just been we've been training partners since we started this whole game. So big shout out to him. Big shout out to Agogi, Matt, Sterling, Larry. They're the ones that call the shots for me. They're the ones when I moved out here set me up for success. I moved out here a couple of years ago, and I said I got 2 goals: 1, get out of debt, and 2, fight MMA. And they said, "Well, we'll help you with one of those things." And here I am fighting MMA. That's all on me. So I mean, I finally got that cleared up. But here I am looking to go pro potentially. So they've really pushed me up until this point. And then after this, it's like I said, they call the shots. They tell me what they want. And my dad started me when I was 15. He was a boxer. So big shout out to him. He'll be there in the crowd looking for me to win that title. So
where can our fans find your social media, my man?
Tuc Smash is my Instagram handle. That has always been my Instagram handle, Tuc Smash, or on Facebook. Tuc Smash. Tuc Smash all the way, baby.
There you have it, guys. Kraig French getting ready to throw down for the first ever Aries Lightweight Championship. Goes down at Camp Jordan Arena, Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's next Saturday night, April the 16th. You can get your tickets at fighterticksforthenext.com. Make sure you select Kraig from the drop-down menu. And then, of course, you can watch the pay-per-view at Spectation Sports. Hey, Kraig, we're very excited for it. Very much looking forward to this one next week, my man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kraig.
Thank you, guys.